Shiba Coin has been taking the world by storm. This thing has made it to trending on Twitter today, and from my personal opinion, and not financial advice, I think this is a really good thing to get into right now. Now, it does a lot of things differently than Dogecoin does. We'll get into some of those things. I'll also talk about how you guys could buy Shiba in this video. So with that being said, everybody, let's get right into it. So again, to give you a tiny bit of backstory on what this is and why it is so popular, it's basically just following Doge, right? It's following Doge from SNL. It's following this whole sort of Doge wave over the past month or so, and it has a lot better technical fundamentals in ways than Dogecoin. But again, it's really not a technical coin. They don't have any real centralized project like some other places, things like VRA, Veracity, or some other projects, VeChain or anything like that. But believe it or not, they actually have a decently impressive website, and I'll show you guys that. But first off, how do you buy it? How do you buy Shiba? How is this something that you can actually get? Well, there are two ways that I personally have used and like that I will talk about. If you guys want to get started on these, you can use my referral link down below in the description. We both get some free crypto, so always cool stuff. So the first one here is Gate.io. This exchange has kind of a crappy interface, and that's the only thing I don't like about Gate. As you guys can see, it's kind of ugly, but it has a lot of really obscure kind of underdog coins, including Safe Mars, which I got a little bit into, which I think is pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, Shib is on here. You could click on it, and yeah, and that's pretty much the deal. So if you use my referral link down below in the description, you could sign up for Gate, and yeah, and here is Shib. Awesome stuff. The second one here is KuCoin, and what these will do basically is they do make you verify your identity. So it does take a tiny bit, like any other crypto exchange, it does take a tiny bit of time for you to, after you send in your license or whatever they want you to send in. So it does take a little bit of time, but it's okay. I mean, I think this has a future. I definitely think that once Elon tweets this, if he does tweet about this, then we'll really see a skyrocket in Shiba. I mean, I think this is definitely early compared to Doge. Just look at this price, man. I mean, look at this price, dude. I mean, what, 0.00002 cents? I mean, dude, you could buy millions of them. You could buy millions of Shiba right now. And, I think that if this ends up getting pumped like it, seems to have shown signs of, you could see another Dogecoin here, right? So here is KuCoin. You could search for any coin that you like. We could find Shib on here. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool place, and I use KuCoin for some other things. I don't own Shib on here personally, but yeah, I mean, I like KuCoin. It's a very fine exchange. So there's that, man. If you guys want to check out either of these exchanges, either Gate or KuCoin, again, my link's down below in the description. You guys do get a tiny bit of free crypto. We both get a tiny bit of free coins from the exchange. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, man, from a technical standpoint, Shiba, what we're looking at really is just another social media pump kind of revolution here that I don't think will end on its own. Because what's crazy, if you actually go and look at the Shiba website, which I will show for you guys here, shibatoken.com, they actually have like something going on here. So they have an ecosystem that they're doing here, and what they did is they locked 50% of their supply to Uniswap, right? And then the remaining 50% was actually burned to Vitalik Buterin. If you guys don't know who that is, he is the guy who created Ethereum. I'm gonna show you guys him right here. Vitalik Buterin. This is the guy who actually created Ethereum. He's one of the co-founders of Ethereum, and he owns 50% of all Shiba, which is pretty crazy. But thankfully, he doesn't crash this. He won't be crashing Shiba anytime soon because the supply has been burned. Now, if you don't know what burn means, the definition of that, it means that the supply has been taken out of the circulation, right? So what happens is if he decides to get rid of all of his Shiba, it will not affect the price ecosystem here, which is fantastic, because otherwise this dude could probably do some damage if he wanted to. Do some damage by selling it all, and then that would probably cause a crash. So what I think is very interesting is the fact that he will not be able to do that because it's in burn in order to ensure a free and fair distribution where devs don't own a ridiculous amount of tokens that they can just dump, right? Again, they're working on something called ShibaSwap, which is prepared, sort of like a Uniswap kind of thing, which I which I think is pretty crazy. And definitely worth looking into. I know Uniswap has some issues. I know not everybody's overly happy with that. They also have like a little art community thing here, and as well a charity thing with Amazon Smile. This is quite cool. They're utilizing an Amazon feature here to support their little mission here. And then of course we go to look at their this is their white paper or whatnot, which is basically a breakdown of all the technicals behind the crypto or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, they have like a real community thing here. They have a Telegram, Twitter, whatever, and their Twitter, by the way, if you go to their Twitter, something crazy is that their Twitter here has seen a massive increase in followers over the past 24, 48 hours or whatnot, and you're seeing it really being pumped up by the entire world, basically, which is pretty crazy. And like I said, I really do recommend. I actually wasn't following them or ShibaSwap, so I definitely have to do that. But I do again recommend taking a look at them. Again, I'm not a financial advisor; it's not financial advice, but I definitely would recommend taking a look at them because again, once it gets past, I think this little dip on the day, because this was the Binance listing. Once it gets past this little dip on the day, I think we could see definitely a little bit of a rebound here. Where this thing will rebound, I don't know exactly. That is probably up for you guys to decide. But if I were to guess, I would say it'll probably level off somewhere probably around here. If I were to guess somewhere around this line, probably. If I were to guess where it would probably level off somewhere around here. And then obviously once we break once we get past that sort of resistance or whatnot, we'll be seeing probably some nice moving averages moving back up again. Because again, once this thing gets pumped and once people start registering, making accounts, once people on this video start making accounts or whatnot, again, links in the description if you guys want to get started to purchase some Shiba. Once that happens, it's a lot harder for the coin to just tank. And we see this with Dogecoin as well. Once we start seeing a complete shift, I'll show you guys the Doge cap here as well. Like once you see this is a slightly different graph than I normally. Yes, it's different. It's the market cap graph. Here we go. Once you guys see people holding on to things like Dogecoin and whatnot, even with Doge being in sort of a recession right now, we're not looking at it going back down to 5 cents. We're not looking at it going back down to 10 cents. And it's in a way the same thing with Shiba. Like I don't see this just tanking and going all the way down to into nothing again. I see maybe it leveling off to where it was. Perhaps let me go to a further time period here. I could see maybe going back somewhere around here like it was on the 7th or the 8th or whatnot, something like this. But I don't see it going back all the way to its infancies again. Because once so many people own it, so many people are keeping this in their, in their accounts or whatnot, leaving it in their crypto accounts, I highly doubt that it's just going to evaporate overnight. Seems very unlikely. So with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe again. If you guys want to get started with Shiba, either link in the description, my Gate.io or my KuCoin affiliate link down in the description. We each get a tiny bit of free Shiba. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you all in the next one.